as project manager. So if you're an enthusiast, you're welcome. If you're a practicing PM already, you're also welcome to the session. Let's have an interesting conversation on how AI is changing the narrative, in project management. Okay. Before we dive right into it, by way of introduction, my name is Brown Uzoku, but let's keep it as Brown. All right, I'm a certified Scrum Master, with close to a decade experience in project management, manage projects across different sectors, from fintech to mobility to e-commerce to non-profits, to finance. All right, I've worked with a couple of organizations as well. Okay, and also by the side, I'm also a startup advisor and an agile advisor to Mastercard Foundation, Fit Foundation. She leads Africa, and I'm currently leading the global business analysis and project management unit at Andari. All right, and then through this platform, I have been able to personally, coach, 1,000+ professionals and help them become experienced project managers in the UK and Canada. All right, so that's a brief introduction about myself. So you can ignore all of those English. All I'm saying in essence is that I love my job. I love project management, and beyond loving project management, I love to, help people become better project managers. I love to, get other project managers empowered. All right, to realize and drive a sustainable career growth, basically. Okay, and that is why I'm excited about this session this evening. Okay, so let's open our minds and ask questions. If you have, you can call my attention, you can raise your hand. All right, let's have a fruitful conversation tonight. Okay, so let's get into our conversation proper. So what are we looking at today? So basically today we are exploring the feature of project management in the age of AI, artificial intelligence. Okay. So we'll be looking at what is project management, because we respect the fact that we have a couple of enthusiasts in the meeting. So I will just give a brief overview of what project management is. Then we'll be looking at the role of AI in project management. We'll be looking at the limitations of AI in project management, and also how human project managers remain relevant. All right. And finally, our special Andari offer. Okay. So let's get into it. What is project management? Okay. So I'm going to try to explain this as I want to explain it to a 5-year-old. Okay, so I'm going to try to explain it, the BRS minimum, so everybody understands it without, no technical jargons. All right. So think of project management. Okay, think of a project as a Lego house. Lego house. All right, the Lego blocks and all. Okay, so think of a project as a Lego house. You want to build a Lego house. All right, so before it starts, okay, there is already a picture of a Lego house you want to build. All right, so but before we get into the project proper, all right, the first thing we do is that we assemble Lego blocks. All right, we plan, which is basically what they call planning. Every project starts with a plan. We assemble the number of Lego blocks that we would need for the project. All right. Basically, this is resource planning and all. Okay, and initiation. So when you're done assembling the number of Lego blocks that you need, you look at the team composition. All right. What are the project team? Okay. A project involves not just the material. There are teams. There are people that are going to be executing this project. So who are the team? What the team composition like? All right. So you've done the resource planning. There is a project team that has been empowered. Then the next thing is the execution of the project proper, all right, then launch of the project. Okay, this is basically what project management, basically what project management is all about. There is more to it than this. A lot of things happen in between. A lot of stakeholder engagement, a lot of scope management, a lot of change management in between. A lot of risk. All right, risk assessment and impact analysis and all of that. So yeah, there are a lot of things going on in between. But in simple terms, this is basically project management: planning, team composition, execution, and launch. Now, but the truth is that AI and automation are transforming many industries in our world today, and project management is no exception. Okay, project management is an exception. So I have like one or two statistics here. Approximately 22% of project managers report that AI tools are actively deployed in their organizations, with another 39% planning to implement them. So this is from International Institute for Learning. All right. I have another one here. The manufacturing sector leads AI adoption in project management, with 78% of project managers stating AI has been integrated into their processes. This is from Association of Project Managers, APM. Okay, so I just tried to try this data so we understand that AI is playing a significant role in project management. It's shaping how we work, it's shaping, it's making a very serious case, in terms of how projects are managed, and if project managers, the human project managers are even, all right, relevant anymore. All right. So listen very carefully, especially for enthusiasts. You want to, is this the path I want to take? Is there a future in it? All right. Is my career plan or my career path threatened? All right. So all of those questions we'll answer it during this session. Okay, so what basically does AI do, in project management? So the first thing that AI does in project management is task automation. All right. With AI, you can, automate repetitive tasks like scheduling, resource allocation, and status tracking. Okay, so AI comes into play in project management when it has to do with task automation. Okay, also when it comes to data analysis, right, AI can process vast amounts of data to identify trends, risk, and opportunities faster than any human. Okay. Then when it comes to predictive analysis as well, AI tools like machine learning can predict project outcomes, deadlines, and potential roadblocks. Okay, so this is basically when you want to use machine learning to do risk analysis. Okay, or impact analysis, or some of the analysis you want to do to be able to envisage, probable outcomes or deadlines or potential roadblocks. So with AI, we can implement predictive analysis and know all of those things beforehand. Then finally, AI also plays a role in process of optimization, okay, like streamlining workflows and improving efficiency. Okay, so it's, this is something that humans before now try to do, all right? But, with the help of artificial intelligence, some of these things can be done at scale and faster and even cheaper, all right? Especially when it comes to the predictive analysis and the data analysis. So AI is actually playing a significant role and actually coming for some of the things that humans do, all right? So there are tools like Monday.com, Asana, and Jira. They are here for, they are integrating AI to help project managers automate administrative tasks and gain insights through data analysis. So the point is, for someone that wants to, be a competitive project manager, in today's market, all right, it goes beyond understanding the principles and the ceremonies. There are tools that you must, familiarize yourself with, All right. You must understand how these tools are changing the way we work and the way we manage projects, and you should be able to work with these tools seamlessly. All right. And there's various tools, okay. And people always ask me, so which is the best tool? Start from here. There is Jira, there is Asana, there is MS Project, there is ClickUp, there is Lucidchart, and Lack. All right. People always ask me, so Brian, what's the best tool for task scheduling? What is the best tool for process optimization or process diagramming and all? I always answer that there is no best tool. All right. It depends on what you want to achieve, and it also depends on what the organization you join, this tool they are using. All right. So that's why at Andari, the guys I work with, I encourage people to develop proficiency across multiple tools. All right, because as AI is changing the way we work, all right, the project managers that are going to be competitive, that are going to have an edge, with the project manager that understands how to work with these tools and then deploy them effectively to help manage projects efficiently. Okay, so we have Jira, we have Asana, we have MS Project, we have ClickUp, we have Lucidchart, and we have Lack. All right, for Jira, they're basically for Jira and Asana, basically for task scheduling, automations, scheduling and automating some processes. Same thing with MS Project for resource allocation and all. ClickUp is also a massive infrastructure that integrates a lot of these tools, brings them together. All right, Lucidchart, PMs also. Today's PM also think through projects end to end. All right, so Lucidcharts are not exclusive tools for business analysts. All right, today's PM, especially if you're working in an agile environment, you must understand process flows. All right, you must understand process flows. So the project you're working on, think through the process. All right, and you should be able to visualize these processes using tools like Lucidchart or Lack, all right, or Draw.io and all. Okay, so there are a lot of tools. All right, so but these tools are tools that if we familiarize yourself with them, all right, some of them have artificial intelligence embedded in them. So in a nutshell, the intelligence is going to be amplifying what you do and making your job more effective and efficient. Please let me get a thumbs up if we are still following. I don't want to run too fast. I want to be sure that we are following the progress of this conversation. Thank you, Sam. Thank you, John. Thank you, Diane. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. All right, and I want to be sure that we are getting our questions ready. Okay. The next thing I want to talk about is the limitations of AI. So as much as AI is changing the way we work as project managers, it still has limitations. Okay. So one of those limitations, the limitations of AI here, one is human judgment, right? AI fell short in human judgment. AI does not have emotion, it doesn't empathize, all right? And this empathy is a very important soft skill an effective project manager must have, all right? You must be able to show empathy. Okay, then there's also complex problem solving. All right, so AI also fell short when it comes to complex problem solving, especially problems that they don't have enough data, because AI thrives on available data. All right, and when there is no enough data for AI to work or make informed decisions, it can solve complex problems, and this is one of the limitations. All right, team motivation. Yes, AI cannot inspire your team. You can't motivate a team. All right, it cannot do that at all. It's one of the shortfalls of AI. Stakeholder engagement, AI cannot engage stakeholders. All right, and this is at the very core of what we do as project managers, managing stakeholders, and ensuring that every stakeholder in the project are well and carried along and all. Okay, then providing leadership, in project management, AI doesn't provide leadership. All right. So all of these things is to show that there are critical aspects of project management that we can't leave to artificial intelligence. We can't leave to machines to do. And that is why we are still relevant. All right. And that is why we are having this conversation. So you understand the role. You understand the role humans, all right? The human touch, what role are we supposed to play going forward? So if you are thinking of, I want to pivot, make a career switch to project management, this is what you need to do. And this is why we need you. This is why the industry needs you. This is why the world needs your skills, okay? How humans can play a crucial role, right? Number one is enhanced decision making. I mean, humans will always be human, all right? We are intelligent beings, all right? And that intelligence is expected to come to fore when managing a project. I mentioned initially that we are empathetic, all right? Please, we are empathetic. I don't want to assume that everybody has empathy, but this is a skill that we are supposed to have. I mean, I know that some people are finding it difficult to empathize, but if you want to thrive in project management, okay, you must have empathy. You must develop your emotional intelligence. All right. Why do you even need empathy? I always tell my guys, on my project team, or the project manager that I work with, I mentor, the consultants we work with, that project management is like a project manager, rather, is like an army general or an army major captain leading a battalion into war. Okay. You are leading a group of guys to probably go and die for you. All right. And you also, the only reason why these guys are going to be willing to die for you, lay down their lives for you, is because they know that when the chips are down, you are also going to be willing to lay down your own life for them. All right. So that is how I think about project management. You are leading a battalion. You are leading people into projects. All right. And the success of a project, most times rises and falls on who the project manager is. All right. Who the project manager is. So you should be able to, which brings us to the next human touch. You should be able to bring that inspirational leadership, strategic leadership, inspirational leadership, into project management. And this is something machines cannot do. You should be able to inspire people. Imagine a situation where one of the things that makes you an exceptional project manager, that differentiates you from artificial intelligence, is when, imagine you are leading a project team, and 6 months into the project, there is a major scope creep. Scope creep is a stakeholder in the project, suggests, a different approach or a different direction, a different agenda entirely, 6 months into the project. And this is going to affect the deadline, that the guys are racing against. It's going to affect a lot of things, and your team morale is already low and all. So what makes it exceptional is how are you able to turn around such situations, manage scope creep, manage change, and inspire, people to, jump on the change head on and adapt to it immediately, and see that the project still, makes it to the end successfully. All right. So it comes with a lot of leadership, not just task, not just scheduling. It's not all about Excel and documentation. You must be a people person. You must be a people person. All right. So this is the human touch that you should also be looking at, imbibing if you must strive as a PM in the age of artificial intelligence. Okay. So what are the key things you need to get a job as a project manager in the age of AI? I've mentioned a couple of things already, but you just need skill and experience. This is especially to those that are project management enthusiasts, or people like you've taken a training, or you're just interested, in project management, or you are currently thinking about it, trying to make up your mind, make a decision on which career path in tech, or which career path you want to, explore again to be able to land a job in UK in the competitive job market. All right, these are the two things project managers need to remain relevant and become more competitive. You need the skills and you need the experience. You need the skills and you need the experience. All right. So in terms of skills, these are basically soft skills. Soft skills like communication skills. Think you can check that if you have that. Leadership skills, check. If you can check it, if you have those skills. All right. Problem solving skills, check. Coaching agile teams, check. Stakeholder engagement, check. Check all of them if you have those skills. All right. So these are the skills or skills that you will need to be able to, have an edge and be competitive, in the UK job market as a PM or in the Canadian job market as a PM. Then the next important thing you need is experience. Experience with what? Experience with some of these tools I've mentioned, these tools that have AI embedded into them. You need to be able to man those tools. You need to be able to work with those tools. You need to be able to, play around with these tools. And like I mentioned earlier, there is no best tool. There is no one tool to focus on. Try and, be a full stack project manager. If there's anything like that, I call my guys a full stack project manager. Okay, so in terms of full stack, what I mean by that is I am not an agile project manager alone. Neither am I a waterfall project manager. All right, I'm a full stack. I'm waterfall. I am agile. All right, depending on what the industry, depending on what opportunity is knocking, I can answer. All right. So when it comes to experience, be a full stack developer, have expertise, show experience, not just expertise. Show that you have worked with a couple of these tools. You have worked with some agile project management frameworks like Scrum, Kanban, Prince2, and all. All right, task automation, you have show experience, show evidence that you've worked with Jira, you've worked with Asana, ClickUp, or MS Project, all right, with evidence. All right, also show, show a mastery of tools, presentation tools like Gamma and SlideGo, all right, process mapping tools or process improvement tools like Draw.io, Lucidchart, collaboration tools like Confluence and LaxSuite. For the enthusiasts in our meeting, you might be hearing some of these tools, for the first time, but I can assure you, please let not your heart fail you. They are not rocket science. All you need is a coach. All you need is someone that will guide you, put you through. I mean, there are videos on YouTube that you can go and watch to understand and play around with these tools. But beyond watching those videos, like I said, two things that you need to stand out in the competitive job market as a PM is the skill and an experience. So you can gather a skill, gain a skill by watching a video, but you can't gain experience watching a video. All right, you can't gain experience watching a video. So how do you, gain experience? This is where Amdari comes in. All right, this is where Amdari comes in to give you that experience. So there are people on the call that have probably you've done a training somewhere, or you've done a certification somewhere, PMP, PMO, a Scrum Master, professional Scrum Master, or you've done all of those things, Prince2, you've done certifications, you've done trainings, but there is the gap, and that gap is experience. You need that experience. And this is where Amdari comes in. Okay. This is where Amdari comes in, basically. So what do we do at Amdari? Basically, at Amdari, we try to provide that work experience that recruiters are looking for. All right. The industry is competitive, the job market is competitive, but you need to stand out. So we are providing that platform for you to gain work experience. All right. So before we jump into how we do it, so these are some of the guys. I keep talking my guys. So these are my guys. All right. These are my guys. They board, as consultants, project management consultants, there are some of them. Yeah, like this guy here on my screen now, Michael. Michael did an MSc in project management in UK. MSc in UK, but he couldn't land a job, all right, because he knew that, according to him, all of the interviews had been attended. He couldn't even land proper interviews. Some of the interviews he was lucky to land, he couldn't secure jobs because there was no experience. All right, there was no experience at all. But today, from zero experience in project management, Mike is doing amazingly well right now. This is Francis, another of my guy. All right, I've worked with closely So if you can if you can see, Francis came in, he's also in the UK, an elderly guy, way a bit older than me, but we bonded because of his enthusiasm, all right, and he's someone that loves AI a lot. Like, when we have our conversations and work on our projects, I always tease him. I'll be like, Francis, I mean, what's AI? What is AI going to do about it? Because he can't complete 3 sentences without making reference to AI. All right, I used to tease him about that. But Francis joined our program in May. He joined my team in May, and surprisingly, July. You can see this. I can't zoom it in, but this was the chat Francis sent to me on July, sometime in July. He said, one, yeah, we call ourselves one because we are both Igbo guys. So he called me one. I just got a call from Deloitte that the interview was successful. Starting onboarding in August, to God be the glory. I responded to one, this has made my day, my week. Congratulations, brother. He said, now you do pass. Up Amdari, up Mr. Brown. This is the reason why I do the things I do. If you can hear my voice, you can perceive the excitement in my voice, because I love to do this. Beyond, like I said, beyond managing projects, one of the things I love to do is empowering other project managers, helping other project managers, achieve their full potential. All right. So Francis, landed a project management role and in Deloitte in UK, and this made me very happy. All right, seeing these guys put in the work and also get the results. So you guys are going to get this slide. I don't want to waste time playing click here to listen to Francis. I don't want to do all of that where you play and see video. You're going to get this. They're going to send you the slide. So it's important that there is a message in the chat session here asking if you're interested in the slide. So just respond to the message. You're going to get this slide and you can watch and even go through the slide at your own pace. All right. Okay. Yes, I also have Betsy, my personal person as well. She also landed a role, as an IT business and project manager in the UK as well. She also joined my program in May. All right. So, and these guys, I have a couple of guys I work with, but these guys, I'm just so particular about them because these guys even landed this job before they completed their program with Amdari. They landed this role before they completed their program with Amdari. So that's why they are very particular for me. I'm very particular about them. I know. Okay, so why are our guys thriving in the job market? Why? What do we do differently in Amdari? Apart from that, different from what every other person does. What are we doing? What did I do to Francis? What did I do with Michael? What did I do with Betsy and the other of their colleagues as well? So what we do basically is we ensure that you get the experience that is needed out there by ensuring that you work in cross-functional teams. Right? You are placed in cross-functional teams. They have also mastered the industry tools I mentioned before. There is Jira, there is Excel, there is Asana, there is Confluence, there is Slack, MS Project, there is Gamma.ai for document presentations and all. Okay, they've mastered it. Then they've also gained hands-on experience with projects. All right. So Amdari is a consulting firm in the UK and in Canada. So when you come on board Amdari, for your internship experience, all right, it's not a training. We always try to make that impression that it's not a training. All right. So it's we designed it so that you are coming on board as a consultant. As you can see, we said Amdari consultant. So we call our interns consultants. All right. Because as a consultant, your job is to provide solution to business problems, all right? And during your time in Amdari, because you're a consultant, you're going to be working across, various projects across various industries. We are not just going to limit you to maybe health, managing a project, doing project management, stuff in healthcare. We won't just limit it to healthcare. We won't limit it to tech. We are also going to do a bit of construction here, a bit of manufacturing, a bit of energy, all right, to give you, exposure, to expose you to a couple of, use cases, all right. Then another thing that we do here is that, we provide feedback. They get professional feedback. Like I said, some of the guys I showed you here worked directly with me, under me, all right. I managed them, I coached them, I taught them, and today they are somewhere that I'm very proud of, all right? So even myself, I'm still dreaming if I see an opportunity to get into Deloitte, I also want to get into Deloitte, but I'm very excited that I have guys that have worked with me that are there now. But I enjoy what I do, honestly. I enjoy what I do. So another thing we do at Andari is we provide we provide portfolio, filled with real projects. At Andari, our consultants have portfolios, all right? Portfolios that you can easily showcase, all right, to recruiters. You can easily showcase the portfolio to, whoever, is interested to see what you've done, all right, beyond the things on your CV, all right? We have a portfolio to convince them, to show proof of concept, okay? Then we also provide our consultants with a globally recognized reference letter. All right. So that is, why our consultants or our interns, so I don't get you confused, our interns stands out in the job market. So what's the formula basically? Like I said, it is the technical skill and experience plus employability skills, because we also realize that it is possible that a PM, a project manager, or a data analyst, or a business analyst, whatever field you want to venture into, you can have the experience, you can have the technical skills, but you're not employable. You've not, worked on the employability aspect of it. So what was the employability aspect of it? We are looking at, when it comes to employability, we are looking at CV review and revamping. So one of the things we do at Andari as well is also helping you optimize your CVs, all right? Helping you optimize your CVs, and not just your CVs, we also help you optimize your LinkedIn. We position you as a thought leader on LinkedIn. We encourage you, we show you the path how to do that, position you as a thought leader on LinkedIn. And what we try to do is, when you are an intern with Andari or a consultant with Andari trying to become a project manager, we don't tell you to go to LinkedIn and position yourself as a newbie, because we understand the fact that a lot of you have years of experience already. You just moved to UK or you just finished your MSc, you're trying to get a job. So there is no need for you there is no reason why you shouldn't land senior roles or at least intermediate roles. So you can't come to LinkedIn and position yourself like, I'm learning project management. I learned this one today. I learned A, B, C. No. That is not how we optimize our LinkedIn. All right. You're going to position your LinkedIn as a thought leader. All right. You talk about the projects that you're working on or something that you've done. All right. And, put yourself out there. Some of my guys have even gotten DMs. You get DMs from, recruiters and all. And then that's one of the things we do in terms of improving your employability skill. That is after you have proven that you have the skill and you have the experience. Your employability skill, is the next thing that you need to improve on. We also help with interview preparations, right? Help with interview preparations. I help with my guys. If you have an interview, you can always book for one-on-one session with me, book a one-on-one session with any other coach, all right, that you want to work with, and we prep you for the interview. We also provide our guys with on-the-job support. Don't be scared, all right? I've seen some of our guys, maybe not in PM, but maybe in data analytics, data science, land a job they feel is seemingly bigger than them. They'll be like, oh, Mo, I got this job. I'm so excited, but I'm scared. I've not done this before. It is, you embellished my CV, you sold me so much that I landed a senior role as a data scientist, in this organization. No worries. Andari is here to provide you on the job support, all right, until you, gain enough confidence and enough expertise to be able to stand alone, all right? Then we also provide you with job reference letter and all right? So that is basically what we do at Andari. So what does the product structure look like? Like I said, it's basically you work cross-functionally with other teams. You work in teams, all right? You work cross-functionally, work on projects. You presentations, present a couple of the projects that you've done and all, okay? So now, we are going to be starting a new cohort. I will be taking in new cohorts for project management, all right? I'll be taking in new cohorts in October. All right, they'll be kickstarting a new cohort 4th of October. All right, and you'll be making a lot. You make a lot of sense, especially for the enthusiasts on the call, or people that you've gotten a certification, or you've done masters in project management, but you need that work experience to be able to, work with some of these tools that you've seen, actually gain hands-on experience working on some projects. You need to come on board, make it a date. 4th of October, we are launching a new cohort. All right. And then how long does this duration, this program, how long is it? So the program is actually for 3 months. All right. But we are actually going to extend it for 4 months, so to give people time to work on a number of projects. All right. So, but since we increased it to 4 months, we are not increasing the fee, all right, that you're supposed to pay for it. So basically, if you pay the fee for the 4 months, for the 3 months, it's actually £390. It used to be £500, but right now we are running a discount, so it's £390 for 3 months, but you're going to get 4 months of internship experience, solid internship experience. And I'm already excited talking about this because this is something that this is my own industry. This is my field. All right. I'm not a salesperson. I'm a project manager and a project coach with Andari. So I work with closely with anybody that is coming on board. So I'm not going to tell you something I'm not sure of. Are they going to deliver this thing I'm saying? No. The team I work with, the team I manage, we are going to deliver on every single thing I'm talking about on this call. All right. So yeah, but there's also opportunity for you to make installmental payments. All right. It's very advisable. So you can just start off, secure your spots for 5th of October, with just £130. All right. Secure your spots with £130. All right. Just take advantage of the discount. Okay. And then secure your spots. Before I get into that, I've mentioned initially, these are all of the things that you're going to get. Real life hands-on project experience, CV and LinkedIn makeover, interview mastery preparation. You have access to exclusive remote job board access. All right, personal portfolio to showcase your skills, international work reference letter, mentorship every Thursday from an industry expert. All right, career coaching session, a whole lot. It's actually a whole lot. And beyond that, you will also be interacting with others like you. All right, others like you. So one of the questions I always get, is, Mr. Brown, I don't have any prior experience with or any prior knowledge about project management or foundation and all. That is not a problem. All right, that's not a problem. I expect that you have some level of challenge, some level of experience, like you've done a training or you've done masters, or you've done a certification. That what you need is experience. It's fine. All right, but if you've not done any of these things, it's also okay. All right, there is a platform, for you to be, brought up to speed, so that you can actually, make the most of your time with Andari. All right. Yeah. So we have a couple of persons. I thought to share, share more success stories. Like I said, please indicate in the chat session if you need this slide, so you can take your time, and also listen to some of these guys, check them out on LinkedIn. You can even chat them up on LinkedIn, reach them out, make inquiries from them, ask them what their experience. Some of them are still in the program. Like I said, it's a 4 months program. Some joined, and in 3rd month of the program they landed a job and all. So some of them are even still in the program, while some are done with the program. So you can always listen to, hear from them, what their experience is like, chat them up, reach out to them, so you can also, if you need some sort of validation, that the move you want to make is a good one. And like I always tell people, it's not going to be easy, all right, because I understand that for some of us, no. It's not for project managers alone. It's for all of the programs that Andari, offers: project management, cybersecurity, data analytics, data science, business analysis, and all. So it's not for project managers alone. So basically, all of the programs, the new cohort starts October 5th. All right. Yeah. So that is it. All right. That is all I want to say today. You can also play this and hear what Kenneth has to say about his experience. Kenneth is now a business analyst. He landed a role as a business analyst, all right, after working with us as an intern. And like I said, we don't call them intern, we call them consultant. You call them consultants, all right. Yeah, so that would be it. Any questions so far? Any questions? Not just so far, but any questions? I'm done with my own presentation, so I'll be open to. I'm open to questions now from every aspect of the presentation, or anything you want to ask about project management, how AI is influencing our how we work. You know, about Amdari, please feel free to ask. I'll be excited, more than delightful to answer you. Thank you. Let me get a thumbs up if I didn't lose any of you in the process. I didn't talk so fast. Now, can I get a thumbs up if you guys are with me? Let me get a thumbs up. Okay, Diane, thank you at the BC. More thumbs up. If it's just the two of them, I need more thumbs up to be sure. Thank you. Thank you, Frank. Thank you, Tony. Yeah, please. There are no stupid questions. All right. There are no stupid questions. I'm interested in getting a Prince 2 certification. Can you guide? Let me see. Oh, sorry. Let me open the message and read it properly. I'm interested in getting a Prince 2 certification. Can you guide me how to go about it? Of course. Of course. You'll be guided on how to go about it, but I guess the person that is typing that can't stop where he is now, because I have a couple of questions to ask you. You know, I want to know, do you have any prior education in project management already? You know, or do you want to gain the training before writing the certification exam? These are all the things we need to find out, all right? But yes, you'll be guided. Yeah, another question. I'm coming for you, Osaze. But let me answer another question in the chat room. Somebody says, is it a must to have Prince 2 before landing a job role at a PM? No, it is not a must. It is not a must. I have all the people I showed you. I work, no, none of them have Prince 2. All right. So, but it's a nice to have. All right. It's nice to have, but it is not a must. The most important thing that recruiters are looking for is your experience. Not even your MSc in project management, not even certification. It is the experience. What projects have you worked on? What can you show? What's in your portfolio? All right. During interviews, okay, you'll be answering questions using the STAR approach. The STAR approach, you must use situation, task, results and all. You must make reference to a project you worked on when you're answering questions in the interview. That is how much. And the thing is, if you are asked 3 questions and the 3 questions you answer them citing different projects, it shows experience, that you have experience across multiple projects. All right. So yeah, in a nutshell, it's not a must to have that. Yeah. So sorry, Osaze, can you still ask your question?
Good evening.
Good evening, Osaze.
Yeah, so it's a pleasure to meet you, Dr. Brown.
Mine as well. Thank you.
I actually came a little bit late, so I didn't really get the beginning of the lecture, but I only got halfway. But what the question I want to ask is, as regards the on-the-job support, I want to understand how feasible this is. What support would you say you want to provide? Because if an individual, let's assume, bagged a senior managerial role today and doesn't have the confidence to express or the confidence to show his expertise, how would how would Amdari support this?
Yeah,
this
so
I just want to know in integrity about how you really want to support this person to do them on the job support. So that's it.
All right. Okay. So in terms of when I say on the job support, it's basically largely around tools, all right, documentations, tools, and all. Not in terms of how you carry yourself in meetings. I mean, we're not going to show up in meetings for you, all right. But if you join an organization, for instance, let's say you have experience working with MS projects, Asana, doing stuff, but you join an organization that the ERP they are using is ClickUp, all right? And you have ClickUp in your CV, like you even claim you know all of that. So you join the organization and, you are supposed to, schedule a task or start analyzing yourself with ClickUp. So you don't need to, what we are trying to do is that to let you know that you're not alone at that point. We can actually work with you on the job, help you set up the ClickUp, help you navigate your way around, even help you do show you how you can carry out a couple of your first few tasks, until you master the tool. Or the documentation you're supposed to produce, you don't even know how it looks, all right? You don't know what it looks like. I'm very at your beck and call, all right? For instance, I've worked with guys that, they developed project charter, in the course of their project program with Amdari, but they get an organization where they are required to come up with a project brief, all right? But they don't know that. We try to explain it, but some people don't know that, okay, a project charter is also a project brief, all right? Some people might want to call it a project brief. So you can always reach out. Somebody's going to, provide you the support, show you what it is, what it looks like, and, point you in the right direction, what you need to do, all right, to be able to represent yourself and the Amdari brand very well. So these are basically what I mean by on the job support, and it comes, for project management, you might not hear a lot of it because a lot of our work is stakeholder engagement, going to meet with stakeholders and all. We are not going to meet stakeholders on your behalf. We won't go there. But in terms of tools, in terms of documentations, in terms of, helping you set up a couple of stuff, that's where you can provide the support. But this is not just for PMs. You find a lot of this on the job support for people that do a lot of technical stuff, like in data science, data analytics, data engineering. So did I answer your question, or Saze?
Yes, please. Thank you very much.
Thank you. You're welcome. Any other question from anybody? Please ask your question. Like I was saying initially, there is no stupid question. I mean, the best person to ask a question is me. It's me. All right. So now that you have me here, ask your questions. All right. Please, I'll be more than delighted to answer you. And please don't forget to drop your details in the chat so you can get this presentation. All right, and also digest it. Yeah, like Masazen, I was mentioning that he joined late. Yeah, something I was mentioning that he joined late. You can also get this. They will send this to you and the recording, I believe.
Yes, right. I've actually feel that already.
All right, thank you. Yeah. Somebody is asking, the project we work on during the internship, are they real world projects? Of course. So yeah, there are real business problems that we are solving, we're providing solutions for. So, but what happens is, because we have an NDA, so we change the name of the organization that has that business challenge. All right, we change the name of the organization, we change the names of just one or two persons. All right, but yeah, there are real business problems that require real business solutions. Are we clear, Tochko? Awesome, thank you. Questions. Okay, I think I want to believe that we don't have any more questions. All right, but even if you do, when you go through the slides and if you have any question, you can always book a clarity session with us. Yeah, those. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, your hand is up. You have the floor now if you want to speak. Oh, you're not aware you're raising your hand. You want to give a thumbs up? Okay.
Yeah, I didn't know my mic was off when I was speaking, yeah.
All right. Yeah, so
okay, I'm just asking these questions because I'm looking towards pivoting into project management.
Okay.
That's why I just want to make all these inquiries.
All right.
So you also mentioned that we're working on real world projects. I also like because I'm working at the moment, but I would like to know how flexible it is to still do the internship?
Okay, so a lot, like I mentioned, a lot of our interns are working. All right, some have other regular jobs, some have more menial jobs like healthcare work and all of that, or they work night shifts and all. So the way we designed our program is that we try to make it flexible. All right, but I will not lie to you, it's also demanding because it's a work experience program. So we'll be placing a lot of demand on your time, on your resources, I mean, your energy. All right. So, but people have done it, and if you apply yourself to it, it's going to pay off. So, this is how it is structured. There will be drop-in sessions. All right. Drop-in sessions is happens twice in a week. You know, drop-in sessions are sessions where your team lead, all right, comes in and then, you know, either debriefing on a project or guiding you on how to, you know, work on the project solutions, all right, or your deliverable, showing you the rope and all of that. That session happens twice in a week, and it happens. Most of our sessions happen in the night, between the hours of 7 p.m. till 11 p.m. It doesn't mean that it's happening from 7 to 11 p.m. But some, you know, your team lead is gonna agree with the team what time, you know, they prefer within this timeline. So some people do 7 to 9 p.m., some do 8 to 10 p.m., some do 9 to 11 p.m. All right, but these drop-in sessions happen only twice in a week, okay? And they are also recorded just in case for any reason you miss any session. You can always watch the pre-recorded session, okay, so that to catch up with your guys. Then throughout the week, there's one, you have office hours, okay, where you can always check in with your team lead, right? If you have any blockers or, you know, you need any clarification on anything, you can check in with your team lead, all right, any time of the week. Okay, then depending on the project that we are working on, there are deliverables, documentation that you must have worked on to deliver and all of that. So there is a tracker, all right, that you're supposed to, you know, make sure you meet. So a lot of the projects you work on, some might be 3 weeks projects, some are 2 weeks, some are 3 weeks, some are 1 month projects. So depending on what the duration is, there are deliverables that are expected of you within that timeline. So you work at your pace and deliver, make sure that you meet the timeline and on your deliverables. So yeah, it's flexible. But like I said, I will not lie to you, it's also going to be demanding. It's not going to be a walk in the park. All right, but if you apply yourself, it will be worth your while. I tell my guys, the guys I work with directly, that I see the sacrifices they make. I know that a lot of things place demand on your time, things are placing demand on your money, things you place demand on your energy, all right? But if this is something you consider the best thing to do for your career, then this is the best time to do it. There is no better time to do it than now. If you can't do it now, it's going to get more difficult tomorrow to do it tomorrow, all right? For instance, if you are single now, no matter what life is throwing at you right now, making it look like it's difficult for you to take on this and improve your career path or your career chances. If you can't do it now when you're single, it will get more difficult when you get married. If you're also a married man in the UK, you know, juggling family and all, and it will be more difficult to do it when you have kids, all right? But if you're married, you have kids, and it's still difficult. I mean, like I said, it's never going to get easier. So the best time to make up your mind that I want to make this shift, I want to make this professional, you know, chain move, all right? The best time to do it is now. Apply yourselves, and there are people to give you all the support you need, all right, to ensure that you succeed.
Okay. Yeah, that's good. Thank you.
Osas, please, you have the floor.
I want to ask this question as regards certifications.
Okay.
I mean, it's important that at least one shows a level of expertise as regards project management or as regards any other course, and certification is one of them. Does Amzari have any affiliation with independent organization in charge of that?
Okay. Okay. Go ahead.
Is there a way an intern that don't have or don't want to would like to have certification that on that particular course, on this particular career path? Is there a way Andari can get an affiliate and be affiliated with any organization and make individuals or interns get certifications?
Okay, so because Andari basically is not a training organization, all right. So we don't have we don't have such partnerships, all right, because we're not a training organization. We are a work experience, organization. We provide work experience. So but all we do is that your team leads or your coach, all right, whoever wants to acquire any certification in the course of their program, your team lead will personally guide you, all right, point you, first of all, recommend the right certification that you need, all right, point you in the right resources, so that we help you, secure such certifications. That is what we do. That's why somebody will guide you, definitely will guide you, all right, on how to go about it. But whether we have a permanent partnership with any certification body, we don't because we're not a training organization. Are you clear, Osaze?
Yes, I'm clear.
Yeah. Well,
Okay, I have a question.
go ahead. Amoka, that's what I don't know what the E means.
Amwako. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Can you direct us to the team or maybe the person who will help us to rip up our LinkedIn and CV?
Can I direct to the person right now?
Or maybe after the presentation.
Okay. Are you already an Amdari consultant? Are you already?
Yeah, I'm in the project team. I'm in the project.
Yeah, in the project team. Which cohort?
Is it August? Yeah.
August cohort. Okay. August cohort. You just started last month. So I'm going to get across to your team lead. All right. But the reason why we haven't come for you guys, I mean, the employability guide hasn't come for you guys is because in Amdari, we try to ensure that you have worked on at least 3 projects, all right, before we optimize your CV and your LinkedIn so that we have something to, to show, something to, show in your CV that you've done, all right. So that's why we're not in a hurry to, optimize the new guy's CV because he had just started last month, all right. So, but if there is an urgent need for it, and by urgent need I mean we have people join, we have some consultants join us, and in less than 1 month they join us, they get an interview invite, or there's a job they need to, somebody asks for their CV, then we can arrange a one-on-one for you and get that sorted out. But in the program structure, we try to optimize your CV and your LinkedIn when we are sure that we are confident that you've worked on at least 3 projects. Okay, so your team lead, your coach should be Hope, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I should get across to you.
Okay.
Well done. Any other question? Like I mentioned earlier, even when you take the slide and you digest the information and take your time and watch the videos, you can even reach out some of these guys I showed you on LinkedIn, chat them up and ask. Apart from hearing from a coach like me, you can also hear from an ex-Andarian or a consultant. All right, hear from the horse's mouth. Okay, you can book a free clarity session. We have clarity sessions where you can book a one-on-one clarity session and talk to somebody on the Amdari team and ask any question you want to ask, just in case you don't have any question at the moment, or you have some personal questions you don't want to ask in public fora. There will be the link to the clarity session is being shared at the moment in the chat room, so you can always book a free clarity session. Are we good? It was nice talking with you guys. It was awesome talking with you guys. Are we good? Let me get a thumbs up if we are good, if we are clear, and if Yeah. Didn't get a thumbs up. Thank you, Osaz. Thank you, DBC, Adigo. I love that name. Okay, that would be it then. That would be the